Hello, it's Will D. Kingshouse here from kingshouseonline.com, and in this presentation I just want to look at this question: is your spiel for sale? Why not? If not, So the way I understand it is that to make money online or offline for that matter, you have to sell something. The question that's usually asked online is how to make money online. Is what's brought most of us, let's face it, online. And the answer is pretty simple: how to make money online. It is to sell something. You need to sell something, whether this is online or offline. It doesn't really make much difference. You've got to be able to exchange something of value for money. People are not just going to hand over money just because you ask them to. Now, you may be wondering, so what's SPIEL got to do with all this? Well, hold on, I'm going to get to it shortly. So the question then is, what can you sell? You need to take a good sit down and do some work. Find out within yourself, what do you have to offer? And mark you, the word there is you. What do you have to offer? I could direct you to go to maybe ClickBank or JVZoo or places like that to look for bestsellers, or look for top sellers, or look for the product of the day and sell that. But that's not how we want to do this. I want you to look at yourself and see, what is your spiel? What do you have to offer? Because that's very, very important, as you'll see shortly. So we're not talking about reinventing the wheel here. We're simply saying, what do I have to offer my niche market or my target audience? Okay, if you go online, and I just went to an online dictionary and I simply checked out the meaning of the word spiel. It's an elaborate or glib speech or story, typically one that's used by a salesperson. Well, if you're going to sell something, quite frankly, you are a salesperson. Anyhow you want to look at it, that's really what it is. And you're going to be delivering, if you like, a sales speech on your sales page or your video sales page, whatever. It's a sales speech that you're delivering. You're delivering your story. So the question is, what is your spiel? I asked that question again. Now, spiel is a word that I've used to coin, my own way of, if you like, finding out what I have to offer my target market. And this is what it all comes down to. The S in spiel for me is your story. What's your story? The P is, what's your passion? The I is interest, E is for expertise and experience, and L is, what have you learned? Big question there. Now, when you look at each one of those, you will see that it's basically your spiel, it's your sales pitch. What's your story? I could give a quick example. A couple of years ago, I put together an information product. It was entitled Build a List Step by Step. And I'm not going to go into too much detail, but I put that product together based on my own experience. It was something that had happened to me, and I put this product together because I was trying to answer that initial question, how to make money online. I discovered that you had to sell something, so this was my way of selling something, basically. So I was interested in, how to make money online. I then learned how to put information products together. In other words, how to create my own information product after I tried affiliate marketing and all that. I put a product together, and of course I then had a story because I've done the whole process and actually sold something. And that particular product, Build a List Step by Step, I made $870 and built a list of 170 buyers, and there was a lot more on the back end and so on. And now, when you look at $870 and 170 buyers initially, well, I hadn't set any records and I hadn't broken any, but that wasn't the point for me, because personally I didn't start out with affiliates, I didn't start out with joint venture partners either. So it was a success for me, and what it showed me was that I could scale this up, and if I did scale it up properly, then I could make more money. And all I was doing was selling my story. I was selling my expertise. I was selling what I had learned. I was willing to share this with others, but it only came about when I put that information product together. So having your story and not sharing it, well, you're not going to make any money from that. You're not going to derive any real satisfaction either from someone reading your story, because if you can't put your story into a format that people can get their hands on and read and then become encouraged themselves and then want to do what you've done and so on and so forth, well, you're not going to get very far. So what are your passion? What's that one thing that you have a very strong desire to do? What is that one thing? You can do it. What are your interests? What interests you? What are your hobbies? That sort of thing. What are you an expert in? You probably work in a 9-to-5 job. You know, what is it that you know right now that you can share with others? That's the question. Or what have you learned? You've been on courses, maybe coaching courses at work, and so on. What have you learned that other people may be interested in learning and actually be willing to exchange a pretty dollar for? So, like we said earlier, we're not talking about reinventing the wheel here. We're just looking at what do you have to offer, you know, and are you selling your spiel? Because if not, the big question is why not? You should be, you know, making your spiel available to others. So, is your spiel for sale? That really is a simple question that I want to ask in this presentation. Why am I asking this? Because I think someone somewhere wants to know, someone somewhere wants to benefit from your story, from your passion, from your interest, from your experience, and from the things that you have learned. So get out there, sort out your spiel, and put it together so that someone else can benefit from it also. Now, we'll take some action. It's Will D. Kingshouse from kingshouseonline.com signing off.